Good afternoon, Yeeboon. Here's your coffee machine, the Breville Barista Express BES870 in silver. As you saw in the photos, it's in very good condition. Like I said, it's 95% new. The only reason why it's not 100% as new is there's a small dent here. Not very visible on the camera, but it's here. Some light scratches and some light wear marks here. Otherwise, it's in very good condition. A little bit here as well. Very good condition, and like I said, only used for about 1 month, so 30 times. And it's when it arrives to you, it's gonna come fully checked, fully descaled, cleaned, and even the grinder, I'm gonna adjust it for you because in this video I'm gonna be making an espresso shot. So I'd like to begin my session with a blank shot. So that's pressing the 2-cup button just to run hot water through the system to warm up the machine, the handle, and actually warm up the cup as well. So I'm gonna grab a small cup here, if I can find it. Sorry about the delay. So as you see, the machine is up to temperature now. It's heated up. You can see the buttons lit up. Usually it takes about 1 minute to turn on and warm up, which is very quick. So, 2-cup button. I've trained the machine to give you about 40 grams, so it's going to give about 40 grams of water. So when you make your coffee, this is about 36 grams of coffee, which is very good. You can do this once or twice. Obviously twice would be making the coffee machine even hotter. So okay, it's good. I'm gonna grab a tissue and dry the portafilter now. I want it to be nice and dry before I start grinding. If you have a scale, you want to use the scale to dose about 18 grams of coffee in this basket, which is the double basket, single wall basket. So the double cup, single wall basket. 1 second. Okay. So you can use the machine as is. I've set it to grind size number 6 and grind amount at about 1 o'clock. So this should give us about 9 grams if you keep it on single, or about 18 grams if you put it on double. I like to keep it on single and do it twice because I can check and measure halfway just to be sure. This is using the Aldi brand coffee. It's okay for the price, but if you want the best results, you can actually go to the cafes or the roasters and buy the coffee fresh. Let's put this at 12 o'clock. Okay, so let's put this at 12 o'clock, see how we go. Perfect. Let's see. It's about 17 and a half. Maybe a little bit, just a little bit. This should be 18 grams. That's 18 grams of coffee. So you want to make it flat with your fingers or your palm, just like that. And then take the tamper out and press it all the way. If you don't have a scale at home, you can still get the correct dose if you keep it at these settings, for example. And in this case, because I have 18 grams, you will see that the tamper will only go as deep as this silver part. So this silver line here, after I pressed it down, this is the depth of the coffee. That's how Breville tells you that you have 18 grams. If you want, you can use the razor tool that the machine comes with to scrape off and remove extra coffee. I personally like to put the correct amount every time so that I'm not wasting coffee, if that makes sense. Okay, so let's see how we go. You want to control this number, so it's at the moment it's at number 6. You want to change it if the coffee comes too slow or too fast. So if you make coffee and the coffee is coming out very, very slow, maybe increase the grind size by 1 or 2 numbers. If it's very, very fast, you want to bring it finer and reduce the number here to make it go a little bit slower, if that makes sense. But make sure you're using fresh coffee and you're using 18 grams. If you're not using fresh coffee, the coffee will be quick anyway. And if you're not putting 18 grams, it'll also, for example, if you're using only 15 grams in the double basket, then it'll be way too quick for the coffee. These buttons, like I said, are programmable. If you want to reset it to factory settings, you can hold the program button, the machine will beep, and that's how you know it's back to factory settings. I actually just adjusted it to about 36 grams. So it should give you about 36 grams when you make the coffee. You want to pay attention to how quickly the coffee comes out. So like how it looks, does it look smooth or runny? And you want to pay attention to the pressure. You want the pressure to be about, between 11 o'clock and 1 o'clock. So up here, around the Breville logo actually. So here, all the way to here should be okay. And you want to get, so I put 18 grams of ground coffee. I want to double that, so 36 grams. So that's how coffee is made for espresso. Let's see how we go. It's a little bit quicker than I was hoping. So let's try that again. I'm going to pause the video and then I'll do that again. Okay, let's do that again. Grind size number 4 now. Hopefully it should be a little bit slower. That's a little bit better. So 2 o'clock. Okay, perfect. This is 18 grams. Quickly temp it. Okay. It's much better. It's a little bit slower, and the flow is actually a little bit nicer. Actually, it's nice and smooth. Very good crema, and it looks like it's gonna be the correct amount of time. So this is how much is this? So about 30 grams. You can try programming it yourself and make sure that you get the correct amount every time. Yeah, this looks nice. It smells very nice as well. And yeah, the good thing about this machine is that if you wanted to do it automatically, you can. But if you want to do it manually, you can hold the button. And it'll actually do it manually if you hold the button. So that's really nice. And it also has a hot water spout next to the milk one. So if you want to get a long black for Americano, you can do that. And for steam, it's very easy. You just turn on the steam and wait. When you start hearing the pump, that means it's ready to steam. It'll give you some dirty water to clean itself before, because it's heating now. And when you turn it off, the machine will wait about 5 seconds and then it'll actually cool down to go back to coffee mode. It's really important to make sure that you always keep the machine nice and dry. After you steam the milk, you also want to wipe the one with a wet towel to keep it nice and clean. And also make sure you turn it on just really quickly before the machine cools down. Just turn it on to clean the inside of the wand and remove any milk. Just like this. Yeah. The drip tray will tell you when it's full, so it will say empty me. It'll come up with a label here and say empty me. The machine will also tell you when it's time to clean. So there's 2 cleaning cycles. There is the regular clean cycle and there's the descale cycle. So the cleaning cycle will be using the tablet that I gave you. You can buy those from eBay or from the shops, very cheap. So you just clean it using the tools that are included. It will take 5 minutes. So you actually put the tablet in here. But the descale cycle is a bit different. So you have to get acid descaler and put it in the water tank and run the descale cycle. It should all be online if you want to look for it. It's very easy to do actually. And after you make your coffee, I forgot to mention, after you make your coffee, you want to run another blank shot just to clean the head and also clean the handle. Just like this. That's it. You can now put it back here, or you can put it back here. Really, it's up to you. When steaming, you might want to learn the technique for doing the milk. There's the different techniques for cappuccino and latte. But basically, you want to get your milk up to here. You want to fill it with cold milk up to here. And when you're steaming, you want the jug to be at an angle. So not like this. You want it to be at an angle so that it spins the milk around, if that makes sense. Just spin it around the jug. And you want the tip of the steam wand to be close to the surface of the milk. So if the milk is here, you want the steam wand to be maybe just a little bit below surface so that it can spin it and it can also inject air into it, if that makes sense. There's a lot of tutorials online where they get the camera and show you how to actually steam. Hopefully you can learn it in a few days and make really beautiful latte art with this coffee machine. It's quite easy actually if you do the technique right. And yeah, I'm sure you'll love it. If you have any questions or any issues, always feel free to message me. More than happy to help you. And yeah, I'll see you very soon. Thanks.